what you're saying, as far as capacity goes. There's widening the roads. I don't know. I mean, if that was an option, I think the right-of-way in here. You probably know where the right-of-way is for your business. And for us, we're not in the business of widening roads. I mean, I understand the dynamics involved, but
we just don't want to narrow. Especially when losing a lane. It's hard for me to look at it from a common sense standpoint and say it's a good idea. I understand the forces behind it politically and economically and things like that. But for the community at whole, I just have to say, honestly, it's not a good project. Nobody objects to the buses coming and going, taking a third of the roadway resources and dedicating it to bus only and letting the rest of the community suffer the consequences. I have a real hard time. We'll see where it goes. My name's Vincent Shook. I own Fort Orange Groves Winery here in South Pasadena.
And my understanding is you've been in business for many, many years.
Yes, we've been here really since '79.
And your business is right on South Pasadena, along the route that you drive the CABRT. And what has been your experience in this process with PST?
It's been an eye-opener. For one thing, we didn't even know that there was a bus rapid transit program happening until a concerned person in city government here came to us about 2 months ago and said, "Hey, do you have any idea what they're planning for the road in front of your place and specifically in front of your business where they had at the time a bus station?" I said, "No, I have no idea. No one had contacted us.
They've never talked to you at all?
Never come to the business community or anybody about these things." So that's when we got involved and found
And how
out.
long ago was that?
That was about 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay.
But,
And this project's been going on for like over 2 years.
Yeah. I know. And it's been very disheartening to find out about it at the last minute because that kind of gives you a little bit of an indication, at least it does to me, that they were trying to sneak this in. Now, when we've had meetings with them, they've been disingenuous about what's been going on. We ask them, are you planning to narrow the roadways? They're not planning to narrow the individual lanes. Well, then the question comes, is somebody else planning to narrow the individual lanes? Well, yes, Florida Department of Transportation is planning to. So there's been that type of equivocating and trying to hide what the effects are really going to come about. Our position is that we're concerned about our business, of course. You take 1/3 of the roadway resources in the community and you narrow and you take that away. And you're going to use it just for bus traffic, whose ridership has declined over 20% in the last 4 or 5 years. And you're going to squeeze that many more people into 2 lanes instead of 3. There's going to be more congestion, more frustration, more accidents. All the studies in the other cities that have done this have shown that, and that there are more deaths.
So it's actually making it more dangerous.
It's going to make it more dangerous. And you look at some of the articles that have been written by people in the other cities that have actually been in charge of these projects, and they said that's one of their objectives is to make it more difficult for vehicular traffic in the communities, to force them into bus transportation. It's totally the wrong motivation, and when I see those type of things coming to me in the form of a big bureaucratic project, then I know really it's really about their own salaries and pensions and perpetuating a bureaucratic organization that should be downsizing.
Especially with their financial position.
Exactly. And we're hoping we're going to get an audit of their situation here in the fall. And
that should be done before any money is given to them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
because you often wonder how is the federal government going to give a grant under the circumstances of 2 of the 3 municipalities proposing?
Yes.
Quite astounding.
It is astounding, but I think when you have the bureaucrats involved and the government involved, and kind of like I'm saying here, just narrowing the roadways, I mean, it just makes no sense. You have a bus situation with declining ridership. They should be downsizing their buses. They should be taking less resources from the community, make the decision with, free enterprise using Uber, Lyft, individual transportation. Let the people decide how they want to get back and forth, and then help us do that.
Does South Pasadena, are you is this community a member of PSTA and you pay that property tax? Differing from the city of St. Pete Beach there.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually live in St. Pete. My business is here.
Oh, okay. So is your business is in St. Pete?
It's in South Pasadena.
South Pasadena, okay. So you are right where the lane elimination is?
Yes, right in front of our place. And they originally had us scheduled to have a bus station across the whole front of our property.
I think I saw a picture of that.
So I've gotten them to reevaluate that, and they have agreed to move that for us. But
is this going to impact people getting in and out of your business?
absolutely, yeah, it's going to be a great deterrent for people. It's already congested enough with tourists coming back and forth. They're confused about where to go.
Right.
Now all of a sudden you can't use one lane, and all of a sudden you're around the corners and you're past the place, and people are going to look at South Pasadena as a place to try and get through instead of get to.
Yeah, and again, the businesses along this route, from what I've heard, are in similar situations. It's not just you. They weren't told. They're learning very late in the process. Very late in the process, actually.
Almost too late, and we're hoping it's not too late.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you taking a few minutes, and perhaps I'll see you again.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so that's not a firm thing yet. They're still, I guess, they're 60% design and still trying to.
Yeah, we're still talking to them. Our city manager's doing most of that.
Okay. And so, what is your thought? Because we've heard, the city of St. Pete Beach wants to do sort of their own, perhaps shuttle service down the
Two
beach.
things. We've got the Central Avenue trolley and the beach trolley come there now, and that's separate from this altogether. The Central Avenue trolley actually goes onto the island at 75th. It goes all the way down around Pasadena and then goes back. Now we're taking over everything south of the Don Cesar ourselves.
Okay,
In fact, we took bids on it just last week, and we're talking with a supplier we've chosen. So that's going to be electric stretch golf carts, and it's going to be free. We're
Maybe you can get advertising.
That's it. It's part of the whole business model behind things like free beach riding. They advertise. They don't pay their drivers in it. They work off tips. Well, we told them no tips, but what we're going to do is we'll subsidize their operation in some way. And it's more than covered by the money we save by not having the bus, the Central Avenue trolley go past. Sooner or later, I'd like to take over the whole island up to 75th. So the north end from 75th up to Treasure Island will be covered by the beach trolley. We get bus rapid transit comes on to our station at 75th and goes off because we need the connection to downtown.
Right. And they already have that stop right there anyway.
Yeah, we've also got 3 trolleys an hour going down there from downtown, and I just don't see where improving the speed by 15 or 20 minutes is going to more than double the ridership. They're bringing, in the final analysis, you're bringing twice as many bus seats on the island as we have now, and they're not even projecting doubling the amount of ridership. So to me, that being an engineer, that doesn't make sense to me.
Well, I guess we're going to see how this plays out, and they're still searching for their FTA federal grant, and I know what happened there.
I want to be connected, but right now the trolley does that for us anyway.
But they're showing right now going all the way down to the park.
Yeah.
How are they going to be able to do that?
Well, put it this way, it's a state road, so I can't keep them off of it.
Right.
The county park is not my land, it's county, so I can't stop them there, but there's a lot of places in between where they're not putting that many stops. They got right out front of the trade winds, they're putting a couple of stops. But that's going to require an easement from the city. So.
Right, so at the end of the day, it looks like it's costing more and you have a reduced service, that they're actually doing.
Oh, it's not.
with not as many steps and smaller buses?
Well, everybody says, all this money's coming out of the federal government, it's coming out of the county and the state. And I'm thinking, that's my money anyway.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it wasted. All of it's our money.
Well, if I recall, it's going to be up to $3 million a year operational expenses.
Which I don't know how they're going to cover that.
That's not coming out. That's not coming from the feds. That's coming out of Pinellas County PSTA budget, Pinellas County taxpayers.
Well, and we're not a member. We pay a fee every year, which is going to get reduced by well over $100,000 by taking the Casa Grill out of it. And that'll more than pay for what we're going to do down there. So I'm not sure exactly how they're going to cover the costs themselves because they're dipping into reserves this year.
Right, and this
next year.
this may deplete them very quickly.
I just don't. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Although the concept makes sense. I mean, I'd love to see us people. I want people from my beach to be able to go downtown,
Right.
but they can now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like I said, I'm not convinced it's all that well thought out.
For the cost, especially.
Yes, for the cost.
Yeah. Well, I know that your constituents appreciate everything that you've done for the city of St. Pete Beach, and trying to make sure that your voice was heard.
Well, it's really easy for me because I've basically got 3 people that I'm working for: the residents, the businesses, and the hotels. And I don't know. Nobody is all in favor of this thing, so I'm not trying to balance off opposing forces there.
Right. It looks like it's a pretty. They're all in lockstep.
Yeah. The hotels say it'd be nice. Yeah, okay, great. And so they're not against it.
But they're not all out there yelling,
Oh
cheerleading
no,
for it.
the residents definitely are.
Yeah. Okay.
It's. I can't honestly say that I'm not totally sold, and I think it's being done the wrong way. But I'm not an expert in transportation.
Right. It's complex. It's very complex.
It is. It's tough.
And it's hard for people to even grasp.
Yeah.
Looking at all the turns and everything.
I didn't realize they had that many stops. I know.
I know.
Yeah. How rapid.
We got to do the calculation, and the time saved is.
I think they said going on the trolley now from St. Pete Beach to downtown or vice versa is about, I think, 55 minutes. And it's going to go to 35 to 40. Okay, maybe people ought to just kick back and realize that part of the fun is the journey, not the destination.
Well,
that's true, and it really depends on the time of day too. So.
we're gonna have Wi-Fi. Everybody.
Right now, PSTA runs a commuter bus. Actually, there's 4 of them a day.
Right.
2 in the morning, 2 in the evening.
Route 90.
They leave Central Station downtown, and they go around. One goes through South Pasadena and around, and then they stop at the Dawn, and they stop at the Trade Winds. They go across the Bayway and go back to Grand Central. They do the whole loop in an hour.
Yeah.
And they do it again, 2 buses in the evening during rush hour.
Right, and that's when it's needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what they're going to do with the lane restrictions and stuff in South Pasadena. Thank God I don't have that problem.
Oh, I know.
But,
that's an issue.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. It's nice to meet you.
Thank you.
You can still drive in it until you can get over safely. Let's see, I can't get over right now, but I don't feel like it because I might stop for a burger.
Well, if you're going to turn right, well, I can't tell you whether you can change your mind.
I mean, am I going to get the ticket or what?
I can't answer that. I'm not in the enforcement side.
So, this is Gisela, and Gisela, you live in South Pasadena.
Yes, I do. I live on Durling Drive South, which is 2 side streets in from Pasadena Avenue, very close to the hospital.
So you see the traffic congestion every single day.
Oh, absolutely. And I've lived here full time now for 15 years, and it's only gotten worse. So taking a lane away would be a nightmare.
So where are you as far as trying to keep up with this project? It's a very dynamic situation, but in your opinion, what needs to happen at this point?
It needs to be totally rejected. I have no confidence in PSTA. I think they're totally untrustworthy when it comes to financial matters. We certainly should not give them any more taxpayer money. They have been, deceitful in the past. In their application, they lied that St. Pete Beach would put in $1.5 million contribution, which of course they never intended, and they rejected. And prior to that, way back when they're trying to get our sales tax up, they also lied about a grant which they had to repay.
Right, and that was about $300,000.
Right. So as a taxpayer, I'm supposed to have confidence in this company, and they are not doing well with their finances on the regular buses. So to run this really insane project with buses every 15 minutes on both sides of the road, where are they going to get the money for running from? The grant is not going to start. So they're already debating how they're going to get sales tax up, how they're going to get gas tax up, how they're going to get real estate tax up. And my house, meanwhile, which is a very valuable asset to me since I'm retired and widow, I really am very concerned that it will impact the value of my home. So am I for it? Absolutely not. I've been against it for years. I've followed this. I think it's insane. We're not Boston, we're not Chicago, we're not any of those big cities. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.